Good morning to all. You are going to learn about ninth class lesson Changing Cultural Traditions in Europe 1300 to 1800 means 13th century to 18th century. First, we will learn about introduction part of that. The ancient and medieval world in Europe. How was it? During that ancient period, entire Europe was dominated by Roman Empire. The Roman Empire, which controlled much of the Europe continent and countries. Turkey and Egypt for a long time they controlled what were the great cities in that at the time. Rome and Alexandria, so these were well developed cities at the time. The culture that had been developed in the Greece and Roman. Do you know what are the subjects used at the time? Sculpture, painting, buildings, as well as literature and philosophy and science. When the Roman Empire was declined after 400 AD, there were no large empires in the Western Europe. The cities also had declined and most people lived in the villages. Trade would also declined, means decreased. At the same time, Europe came to be dominated by the one social system. It is called as feudalism. What is feudalism? Feudalism, in that it is a one kind of social system. In this social system, political power, mostly with that large warriors and landlords. Warriors and landlords. So entirely those were controlled the villagers and peasants. The peasants were mostly serfs. It is also called as serfdom system. Mostly in the Europe continent, the serfs who were bonded laborers to their lords, landlords, they had to till their land. Sometimes they have to work and sometimes they have to fight for their country. Whenever they need it, they have to participate in the wars. They had many tasks there. Whatever that landlord give task, they have to do the work. Even though they had their own lands, serfs means peasants, they had their own lands and they have to till their lands and sustain for their families by working on that particular land only. Okay, even though the landlords were constantly at the war with each other, this created a lot of insecurity for the peasants. The culture of the people came to be dominated by the Roman Catholic Church, which emphasized that mostly Christian faith. It also discouraged people from the thinking for themselves and asked them to believe what the priest told them. Finally, the great cultural achievements of the ancient period were forgotten and lost. How it happened. Now, we will discuss the periods in European history. What are the periods? Ancient period up to 400 AD. Medieval period from 400 AD to 1300 AD. Early modern period from 1300 to 1800 AD. Modern period starts from 1800 to present. Understand it is? Even though different historians may use different dates, but it is given in our textbook, we have to follow that. Okay, right. The peasants and common people fight against of that serfdom system and feudalism and control of the lords and the church. We see some examples. The situation in England 1300 AD. After the 1300 AD, the peasants had begun to fight against this kind of serfdom system in that England only. So there was a great revolt of the peasants in England in 1381. At the time which ended that serfdom system in that England area or England country. Similar movements took place in other countries in the Europe. Mainly the control of the lords and the church over the people had begun to change and people enjoyed their more freedom. The trade began for a long distances, mostly from European countries. The trade between European countries and Asia and Africa also. In Asia, China, Arabia, India, and Africa, Egypt also famous. Okay, and many new towns and cities also developed in the mostly in European countries, and trade and artisans also developed in that European. Many of the cities were politically independent and ruled themselves through municipalities and republics also there. Okay, and next a new cultural movement began to develop in Europe, which is called as Renaissance or rebirth. Do you know what is this Renaissance? In which century it was started? 13th century. It was started in the which country? Yes, it is in Italy. People begin to go beyond the limits set by the religious priest and raised new questions and found new way of thinking. Understand? The traders and adventurers set out a long voyages to find out the new sea routes. At the same time, new developments were there, new trends in art, painting, sculpture, and literature. So this is also developed in the European countries. Science also developed rapidly. People also started questioning about the religious authorities. Do you know how the Renaissance was started? Understand? The Constantinople was captured by Turkish people in 1453. Turks means Muslims. At the same time, so many of the educated Greek scholars fled away to Italy for the safety and spread ancient Greek literature. And when they went to that place, they brought their books and everything. They spread in their culture in the particular place. Understand? Do you know who used that? First, that Renaissance. From 19th century, historians used the term Renaissance to describe the cultural changes of this period. Who was that historian? First used that Swiss scholar Jacob Burckhardt from Switzerland. He used the term Renaissance. In 1860, he wrote a book called as The Civilization of the Renaissance in Italy. This is also very important, in which he called his readers attention to literature, agriculture. In his book, in that Civilization of Renaissance in Italy, in this book, what he wrote? Mainly about attention to the literature, architecture, painting, to tell the story of how a new humanist culture had flourished in Italian towns from the 14th century to 17th century. This culture, he wrote, was characterized by a new belief that man, an individual who capable of making his own decisions and developing his skills, this is only known as modern man. Understand, it is said about humanistic culture. Understand? From 12th century onwards, Italian towns played a central role for the trading. The trade was developed, and at the same time, some of the important republican cities also there. What are that cities? Florence and Venice. Most vibrant cities also there. Vibrant means developed cities. Venice and Genoa. Understand, it is? Now, discuss about humanistic culture or humanism. What were the importance for the humanist? Everything in the nature and science and art, so these are all important for the humanistic people. Who was the father of humanism? Petrarch was the father of humanism. Humanism started in Italy, but soon after it spread into the France, England, Netherlands countries, and after that it spread to other countries, other European countries also. Human scholars retranslated the books from Arabs into which languages? Do you know that? Greek and Latin. Understand, it is? Universities were established to teach new subjects. What are the new subjects? Law and religion. Okay? Educated men, they became interested. One of the greatest of this was the Dutchman Erasmus. Very, very important. Dutchman Erasmus. He studied earnestly the New Testament in original Greek and writings of that early Greek Christians. He criticized that some of the beliefs of church, which he said that based on the superstitions, in his book Praise of Folly. Understand, it is? Dutchman Erasmus, he wrote Praise of Folly. What he mentioned, he criticized about the church holders and beliefs of the church. Understand, it is? During that Renaissance, the humanist scholars acquired the books from the Arabs and it retranslated them into Greek and Latin and studied them. Okay? Artist and realism. What is that realism? The humanistic ideas extended to art and architecture, mainly painting and sculpture. This took form of a realism. Realism means artists observed the nature, the people and places around them and sought to represent them as they were. Understand? The religious art. The religious art emphasized religious themes and depicting people and things according to some religious ideals. But now the artists of Renaissance, they began to portray themes from around them, from Greek and Roman literature, which showed the feelings and power and strength of the human beings. They studied the real world and nature and human beings. Artists also began to study remains of the Roman culture, their buildings. What are the remains? Their buildings, their collapsed buildings, sculpture, and other art. Understand it is? They wanted to show and depicted on the different kinds of manner only. Mostly Italian sculptors, they wanted to continue this kind of tradition. In 1416, Donatello, he designed that new lifelike statues. Lifelike statues. Artist concerned to be that accurate was helped by the work of scientist. This kind of accurate works which was helped to the scientist also. They studied that some of the important scientists were Andreas Vesalius. Who is this person? They studied that body structures, means study of bones structure, and artist went to the laboratories and medical schools. Andreas Vesalius from Belgium and a professor of medicine at the University of Pada. He was the first man to dissect the human body. Dissect means was observed and cut that each and every part and studied that. This was the beginning of modern physiology. How they started that? Andreas Vesalius, how he started that? Because of that artist, what they depicted, lifelike statues. So they observed that and studied the entire bone structure. Understand? Many artists like Leonardo da Vinci studied human anatomy. He also make their painting and sculpture realistic only. Painters found that knowledge of geometry helped them understanding perspective, and that by nothing the changing quality of light, their pictures acquired a three-dimensional quality. Understand? And another one, Albert Dürer. He also sketched that praying hands. Understand, it is sketched by the Durer, praying hands. It also gives us a sense of Italian culture in the 16th century, when the people were deeply religious but also had a sense of confidence in man's ability. Ability means man's capacity to achieve near perfection and to unravel the mysteries of the world and the universe. So these were important for the human beings. They can understand, they can develop their knowledge. Understand, it is Leonardo da Vinci is interested in botany and anatomy and mathematics and art. He painted the Mona Lisa. On left you can see this picture, and the Last Supper. What he painted? Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. One of his dreams was to be able to fly. He spent years observing birds in flight. He always observing flying birds, and designed a flying machine. He signed his name Leonardo da Vinci, a disciple of experiment. You can observe this picture, the statue, the Pietà by Michelangelo, depicts Mary holding the body of Jesus. Depicts means showing that, Michelangelo showing that Mary holding the body of Jesus. Okay, I hope you understood. Thank you. మరిన్ని వీడియోస్ కోసం మా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, అండ్ ఫైనల్లీ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ది బెల్ ఐకాన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.